Judy Blume's 1981 young adult novel Tiger Eyes follows a young girl navigating grief, loss, and change after the sudden death of her father. Blume, a renowned author of numerous children's and YA books, is known for tackling sensitive topics often considered taboo, such as menstruation in Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, Divorce in Just As Long As We're Together, and masturbation in Deanie. Despite being frequently challenged, her books remain widely popular with young readers in the U.S. In Tiger Eyes, 15-year-old Davey Wexler attends her father Adam's funeral alongside her mother, Gwen, and younger brother, Jason. Adam was tragically killed during a robbery at the family's 7-Eleven in Atlantic City, leaving his family in shock. Overwhelmed by grief, Davey isolates herself, refuses to eat, and suffers from anxiety and potential PTSD. When she attempts to return to school, she faints, and a doctor later confirms that she's experiencing panic attacks. In response, Gwen decides to take the family away from their traumatic environment. They accept an invitation from Adam's sister, Bitsy, and her husband, Walter, to stay with them in Los Alamos, New Mexico. On the flight, Jason gets a nosebleed due to the altitude, triggering Davey's anxiety. What was meant to be a short visit turns into a longer stay when Gwen learns that the 7-Eleven was robbed again. Fearing for their safety, she decides the family will remain in Los Alamos until the end of the school year. Davey, however, struggles to adjust to her new life. Bitsy and Walter, who never had children, begin treating Davey and Jason as if they were their own, much to Davey's frustration. Their overprotective behavior and Gwen's withdrawal and depression, exacerbated by stress headaches, add to Davey's sense of alienation. As Gwen seeks therapy to cope with her grief, Davey begins exploring Los Alamos on her own. She frequently visits a nearby canyon where she meets a college student named Wolf. He tells her she has sad but beautiful eyes, and she introduces herself as Tiger. Wolf helps her climb the canyon trail, marking the beginning of a meaningful connection for Davey. Davey can't bring herself to tell Wolf why she's sad, still unable to talk about her father's death. Later, she befriends Jane, a girl her age, and together they volunteer as candy stripers at a local hospital, helping care for patients. During her time there, Davey grows close to a cancer patient named Mr. Ortiz. Despite her friendship with Jane, Davey avoids opening up about her father, telling her he died of a heart attack rather than revealing the truth. Tensions arise when Jane gets drunk at a party, and Davey realizes that Jane may have a serious problem with alcohol. Meanwhile, at the hospital, Davey discovers that Mr. Ortiz is Wolf's father, drawing her and Wolf closer together as both grapple with the loss or impending loss of their fathers. After Mr. Ortiz passes away, Wolf decides to leave Los Alamos, much like Davey and her family left Atlantic City. He tells her he might return someday. As Gwen starts dating Ned, a friend of Walter's, Davey feels hurt, believing her mother is moving on too quickly. She doesn't yet understand that seeking companionship might be part of Gwen's healing process. Eventually, Gwen invites Davey to join her in counseling. In a therapy session, Davey finally breaks down, opening up about her father's death for the first time. She reveals that she has been carrying around the blood-stained clothes from the night he died, hidden in a paper bag. Davey had found him after the shooting and held him as he died. After the session, Davey buries the clothes, along with a bread knife she had been carrying for self-defense, near the canyon where she first met Wolf. In doing so, she begins to accept her father's death and take steps toward healing. With her emotional burden lightened, Gwen decides it's time for the family to return to Atlantic City. Walter helps her buy a car for the journey home, and back in the city, Gwen secures a new job at a hotel. Davey reflects on how much she's changed over the past year and wonders if anyone from her old life will notice. She realizes that some changes are internal, and perhaps only she will understand how deeply the experience has transformed her. Tiger Eyes was not only a success among young readers, but also made the American Library Association's list of most frequently challenged books between 1990 and 2000. Judy Blume has shared that her own father's sudden death from a heart attack when she was 21 inspired much of Davey's emotional journey. In 2012, Blume's son, Lawrence, adapted the novel into a feature film starring Willa Holland. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.